Hi and welcome. Welcome to this chair massage or chair yoga class, I have to say. We're going to move very slowly today. Depending on what time of the day it is, it's still nice to take a moment to really check in with yourself, to not rush it, but to really move mindfully. And when we look at Yin Yoga, it's a specific type of yoga where you hold poses for a longer period of time. And we really target the fascia that is surrounding all the muscles. And it can sometimes contract so much that we feel kind of locked in the body. We want to open it up. And we can only do that by holding the poses for a longer period of time. I like to do a combination of movement and holding poses for a longer period of time. It's like a dynamic yin kind of version. But before we go into it, I'd like to pay more attention to the breath. So you can come a little bit more forwards on the tip of your chair. And I know that some of you maybe are working from home and have only limited space available to move around. So whatever grand gestures I sometimes make to do a pose, you can always see whether you can find an alternative or find your own specific way of moving that fits the surrounding. So make it maybe less big or just adapt yourself. So use your intuition. Having said that, placing the hands on top of each other, you come and sit up straight and relax your shoulders. You can close your eyes for a moment. And if you know the type of breath we're going to do, then you can keep your eyes closed. Otherwise, you maybe have to keep them open and just look. Because on the next inhale, whilst breathing really down towards the lower belly, towards your lower back, we're going to take those hands out. And it's like having a fire burning in the lower part of your body, and you want to spread it on an inhale. And on an exhale, you bring your hands together again, one fist on top of the other, and you pull it up. And you tilt your pelvic slightly and work your way all the way towards your diaphragm. And then on an inhale, release again. Relax your belly. Breathe in all the way to the lower back. Exhale. Listening to the sound of your breath. Just gently. And exhale. Notice how you can integrate a little pause on the top of your inhale. You pause your breath. Split second only. Exhale, you bring your hands together, make a fist, bring the hands up towards your diaphragm, pause your breath for a split second. Inhale. So we're breaking the breath up in 4 parts. So by being so busy with the breath, it helps us to stay here present in this moment. We don't have to think about anything else. Last time that we take our hands together and all the way up. Now this time you let go of your hands next to your body, come forward, inhale, take your hands up. And on the next exhale, bring your elbows next to your hips, lean back a little bit so that you have to use your core so that you don't fall back. I'm really activating my core. Come forward, inhale. Exhale, lean back a little bit. Keep your chest nice and open, bring your elbows to the back, all the way, inhale. So you make nice, grand movements, but do it really mindful. That's what we want to try. Next exhale, you bring your hands together, press the palms firmly together, twist to the right. So there's a couple of basic movements that we can do to get into the body. Exhale, it's the power of repetition. Coming forward again, breathing in, and exhale. Maybe you look over the right shoulder, you hold it for a split second, come forward again, breathe in, and exhale. Again, coming forwards. And this time we're going to bring the hands together, lean a little bit forward, twist towards the right side, place the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. So the knee and the elbow press with equal force against each other. The right hand is on top of the left, elbow pointing straight up, and you press the right hand into the left. Let's stay here for a moment. So just notice a twist in the spine, in your belly, maybe in your chest or shoulders, wherever you feel it. Notice how you have your head, which angle it feels most pleasant. Now find your breath again and just make sure that your knees are in one line. A couple more breaths. Maybe you turn or twist a little bit deeper. Last exhale. Release. Come to the middle. Inhale, take your hands up. And on an exhale again, bring your hands in front. Come forward a little bit. Twist towards the left side in this case. Press the left hand firmly into the right. Open up your chest, and you might at one point be able to place the thumbs on your sternum, on the chest bone. Stay here. Just press that right elbow against the outside of the left knee and vice versa. Relax your jaws, your lips, your tongue. Listen to the sound of your breath. Maybe you feel that you are creating a bit more space, just millimeter work. And you just observe the sensations that come up without trying to have any opinion about it. You just observe without judgment. On the next exhale, just slowly bring your hands together again, or next to your legs. You inhale, come all the way up. And this time you bring your hands behind your head. Open up your chest. And on the exhale, you can round the spine. Come all the way forward. Inhale, open up your chest. And exhale. Come all the way forward. Relax your neck, chin to the chest. Pause your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Then let your hands go to the floor. Bring your feet a bit wider. Let's see whether we can roll a little bit further down. So I'm going to move just slightly forwards so that I'm more on the edge or the last 10 centimeters of my chair. And you can place your hands on the inside of your legs, and maybe it feels nice to lightly press your arms against the inside of your legs, against the inside of your knees, shins. And how does it feel to just come forward? Can you move your head a little bit? Yeah? Make this yes, no kind of movements or circles with your head for just a couple of times. Relax your jaws, your lips, your tongue. So maybe you just feel this in the back of your legs, but some of you might also feel this in the lower back, the buttocks. Can you close your eyes and just bring your focus to that spot in between the eyebrows? Relax your neck a little bit more. Bring your focus back to your breath. And just stay here. You can maybe notice that sensations come and go, that you feel it somewhere and then suddenly it disappears again. So like it comes and goes. It maybe changes with inhaling or exhaling. Last couple of breaths here. Relax your neck again. Last exhale. Slowly round yourself up again. Bring your feet hip width. Inhale, take your hands up. And exhale, just bring your hands down again. Now just by bringing the hands forward, you cross them. The left hand goes underneath the right. And the left hand can hold onto the right shoulder. And we're going to just give a stretch to the right side, to the elbow. Now just by staying here for the moment is already a very good stretch for the outside of the shoulder. And just notice what you feel. Do you want to bring it a little bit further towards the left? Can you relax your shoulders in it? Now maybe this is not far enough for you. Some of you might want to go a step further. So if you want, you can stay here. Or you can bring those hands together, keep the elbows close by, and then see whether you can bring the palms of the hands together. I'm going to just turn a little bit. Maybe you can bring the elbows in one line with the shoulders. And maybe even after a couple of breaths, I'm just holding on to my thumb. Some of you might even be able to bring the hands flat together. And you can bring those hands a little bit further away, just like a 90-degree angle. Again, just sit here. Feel that stretch. And even if it's intense, you can just try to calm yourself down by just focusing on your breath again. And notice what happens if you round your spine. Is it nice? Does it give extra stretch? Maybe you can rest your arms in between the legs. If it doesn't do anything for you, you can just sit up straight. We can play around with it. Last couple of breaths. Sometimes we tend to forget about the breath when the sensation becomes so intense. But just bring your focus back to breathing in. As many counts as you breathe out. On the next exhale, you bring your hands a bit closer to the face so you can gently let go of your arms. And we just make a couple of circles here for the shoulders because it is intense. Can you maybe place your hands onto your knees? Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Coming back to the middle. So we're going to do the other side as well. You can breathe in, take your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands down. And this time, the right hand goes underneath the left so that the right hand can support the left arm. You can just hold on to that shoulder. And we just first try to see how it feels to bring that arm towards the right side. That's the only thing you need to do. You just find a certain intensity, something that feels good, that you can stay with for a while. And then you find your breath again. And once you found your breath and you are in the right pose, you maybe can start focusing on the thoughts that you're having, but just becoming aware of it without wanting to change anything, but just observing. And like we've done with the other side as well, maybe you want to go a little bit deeper. This is an even more challenging side for me as well. I'm going to show you, but I can only hold on to my thumb with 2 fingers. So this is how it looks. You can press your shoulders down, but take your elbows up. And maybe you can take your hands forwards. Now maybe I can readjust and place a couple more fingers against my thumb. This is quite a challenge. I haven't done this for a while. So also for me, it feels like I should do this more often. Just to create more space in between the shoulders. So I also notice that I'm building up heat. So we're not even moving that much and still there's so much coming out. Just let a couple more breaths here. Listen to the sound when you exhale. On the next exhale, you slowly bring the hands a little bit closer to your face so that you can gently take your hands back. Maybe you just let them rest on the knees. Start to make big circles with your shoulders, forwards, down, back and up, or the other way around, whatever feels good. All right, slowly coming back to the middle. So I feel like shaking out the arms and the hands. And shake out your shoulders a little bit more. Take your chin to your chest, and via one shoulder go up and via the other shoulder go down. So it's really simple exercises that you can do when working behind the computer. They don't cost a lot of effort. They're simple but effective. Try to connect your breath with your movement to make it even more holistic movement. Breathing in when you go up through the nose, breathing out through the nose when you go down via the other shoulder. And it's often the time that we don't give to ourselves, but it's just simple. Let's go to the other side to sit still. Notice your breath. Start to make big circles. And maybe you notice somewhere in your neck that there's some tension going on. And maybe you want to hold your head in that angle just to breathe into that area. Coming back to the middle. Take your shoulders up, hold it, and exhale. Let's do it 2 more times. Breathe in as high as you can. Maybe drop your head down and exhale. 1 more time. Breathe in and exhale. A couple of circles again. Maybe with your head, maybe with the shoulders. All right. Now let's take that knee up. So besides doing the upper body, we need to do a little bit for the hip area as well. Sitting a long time on a chair. I'm going to give this a bit more space. Inside out, outside in. Maybe you go a little bit faster than you're breathing. That's fine. You can just slow it down as well if you feel like it. You can move back and forth over a certain area if that's what you need. You just feel into it. Now let's pull that knee a little bit closer towards ourselves. And just sit with your shoulders down, open chest. Relax your face. All right. So to open up the hip, we've got a really nice and effective pose here. It's like reading the newspaper. And you might want to flex your foot and point the toes straight forwards, or you can point them out, whatever feels good. I often choose for the flexed foot option, or somewhere in between. And just coming forward, you already notice how much tension there is. Maybe you can come from the hips forward first before you round your spine. So just keep your chest open first. And inhale, press your hands into the knee and foot, come up. Exhale, slowly, keep exhaling. Come forward a little bit further, building up stress here. Pause your breath. Inhale, come up. And exhale. So let's stay here for a while. Again, we make it, so we give it a yin quality, this exercise. By staying here for at least a minute or so, preferably longer, but with having limited time in an online class, we'll just opt for a little bit shorter, and you can always do this outside of this class. And take a moment to just do only this exercise, for example, and it can really give you lots of benefits. A nice connection between the upper and the lower body, getting rid of that stress that we create by sitting for a long period of time without moving a lot. And just notice whether you can relax round the spine, maybe let your head rest. Relax the jaws again. You want to have a soft face, a soft expression on your face. Closing the eyes. And listening to the sound of your breath. Coming a little bit further forward. Relax your neck. You might hear some cracks here and there. Nice release. Notice where you feel it, on your right hip, your buttocks, maybe over a bigger area towards your right knee, and even further down towards your right ankle. Last couple of breaths here. I think this is already over a minute, so you're doing great. Slowly coming up again. All right, you can just shake your legs out. And I've done this before. This is a really nice exercise where you place your right foot onto the chair. And we're going to bring our right hand towards the left knee. And let's see whether we can relax here on the right knee. Hopefully you have a chair that allows you to. Take your right hand over your head. And maybe you can feel it from the right hip all the way towards your armpit. Just notice what kind of stress or stretch this gives. I hope you're not falling off your chair. If this is really too much, you can either stay here or you can do it just sitting upright. Maybe just with your elbow resting against your right inner thigh. Maybe the left hand is over your head and you don't know what to do with it. You can just bend your left elbow, place that hand against the back of your skull. Now relax your shoulders. Keep on breathing. How far can you take this? Maybe you can go deeper and again come with your shoulder onto that right knee. Maybe take that hand over your head, whatever feels good. Now open up your chest. Look up to the ceiling. Can you feel your left hip? So maybe it's easier for me because I can see myself. I can see myself in the camera, so I can correct it. See what kind of angle my arm has. Last exhale. Just gently take that left hand up and down towards your hip. Press yourself up. Just do it gently. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to come forward again. I'm going to take that left knee up. Bring it up. Start to circle it again. This is the last pose here that we're going to do. The last two poses. Nice circles here. Pulling that knee up towards your chest or maybe towards your armpit. And it depends on how the shape of your hip bone is in combination with how the head of your femur is, of your upper legs, so how they fit into each other. That decides how you can bring your knee up or how much you can come into a hip opening pose. So bringing the left foot on top of the right knee. First, you slowly come a little bit forward, keep your chest open. Now you start noticing the stress here, the tension. Inhale, slowly come up. And exhale. Now we're not here to force ourselves into anything, so just gently coming back and forth. Let the arms rest on your legs. Close your eyes again. So I can really recommend that you put on a nice, gentle tune, something that is soothing, very calm. You can listen to, not as a distraction, but you can just tap into a more emotional part of your practice. And music can do a lot for us. It can set the tone when it comes to emotions. Just creating a nice vibe for yourself. And just notice again where you feel it. You come a little bit further forward. So this is more challenging, a class where we don't, how do you say that, move too much, where we really are confronted with sitting still for a little bit longer than a couple of breaths. Last couple of breaths here. Taking long in and exhales. Relax your neck a little bit more. All right, slowly come up. You can shake your legs out again. Come and sit a little bit more back on the chair. Take that left foot up again. So either you take your left or your right hand over your head and you just lean into the left. Maybe you can just use that elbow, let it rest on your calf muscle. Or you can just take your left hand towards your right knee. Come a little bit further forward. You can bend forward and then lean towards the left. Take that right hand in the air. And gently, you're not in a rush, you can take that right hand over your head and you start to notice it stretching all the way towards your right hip. And this is an area that we don't give that much attention really. It's forward and backward bends often, but these side stretches are just as well important. Just creating more space between the costals and the intercostal muscles, allowing for breathing in deeper. If you want to keep your eyes open, you just stare at one point. There's a drishti or focus. As long as you keep that breath in a nice rhythm for the last 30 seconds. Listen to the sound of your breath again. Maybe you can open up your chest a little bit more. Now relax your neck. Just notice if it's in the right angle. And slowly on an inhale, take that right hand up. Bring it down towards your right hip. Come a little bit to the front, then back up. And if you just rest into the back of your chair, place your hands on top of your knees. And just for a moment, notice the sensations running through your body, how you are in your head, how your breath is. And if you want to open your eyes, I'm just going to thank you for taking time to join this practice, and I see you next time. Namaste.